All right, folks, welcome to our international podcast. Yours truly, Sherrod Duncan here, and I have with me two friends in the studio. The rest of the team working hard, yawning big. But we're here, folks. We outside. Good to have you folks here with us. Wherever you're joining us from, let us know you're hearing our audio loud and clear. Do let us know. Carl Anderson is here, and Facebook user is here as well. We see Lucy Milberg is here, and Beatrice Selby is here too. Good to have each and every one of you folks here with us. Pace and power, guys. Pace and power. Boots on the ground. That's what we're doing. Eric Capel and all the other guys for joining us. Good to have you. Siobhan McDonald, Letitia James is a big deal. Yeah. Correct is right. Yep. Nice it's been go burn. Good to have you as well. Jurita, don't
Hey,
just sit there looking all cool and cozy. Cozy. Talk to me.
I don't know. I feel super cold right now.
Oh, super cool.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Julian
What?
Armstrong,
What?
hey,
You ever look when they turn down the lunch at mid morning?
I did.
Oh, it did?
I did several times.
We brought lunch.
I cooked
We brought your lunch bag.
hallelujah chicken and rice. That was it.
Cool.
Hallelujah chicken and rice. Still one of the more cost efficient things you can find on the market. Luckily for folks that have been going to the market, not those big boys.
The Daniel is with us. You see Marjorie, Abu Ram, Rhonda Sherland, and Shuram. Good to have you. Debbie Woodford. The whole team come out today, boy.
Everybody out and about.
Oh, yes. They've come out.
Loud and clear in Florida, says Siobhan McDonald. Siobhan is saying she's hearing you loud and clear, Jared. He would have it no other way. Hey, Della and Frank, I see you there. So good morning, rather, from Brooklyn. Hey, I see Nicole Daniels is on. I see Nicole and Debbie Hoinkirk. These names very familiar. More in story of fun parts. Yep. I see Sonia Rigby is here as well. Because New York is the house. Hey, Sonia. Thank you for coming through.
Yeah,
We appreciate it. Loud and clear, New Jersey. Yeah.
Gonna happen later.
With the Jersey folks coming through.
Yeah.
Guys, you know how we do it. You take a share very early as you come on. Listen, if you hear my voice sound a little sleepy, you know that I'm a little sleepy. I don't know what is going on today. It feels like Friday.
Congratulations. Hope it's a boy.
I won't have you.
Congratulations.
I'm barely able with the two that I got right now.
It's a boy.
Like, two of them drive me crazy. The 16-year-old can't get her out of bed early in the morning. The next one can't get her into bed early at night. It's like, nobody talked to me about these things before. Sarah, you didn't give me the talk.
I told you take time to know him.
Like, these children are
I
different.
said you really take time to know him. You live on it.
Facebook I now come. Just got home.
Yeah, she's got us some tools in New York.
Yep.
Living the life.
Bitch, she's hitting the road in a few.
Oh, yeah.
Where you going,
Oh, yeah.
man? Tell me. Where you going? You want to know?
Yeah, pick up your walks, man.
Bitch is picking up on the walk.
Yeah, they just said, I ain't gonna let you. Pick up a walk.
Siobhan McDonald said, I shared already since come on. It's just Siobhan.
Excellent.
These persons like
Excellent.
Siobhan.
Siobhan understands this sex.
No, it's
She understands this sex.
Marie Selby says, good day, everyone. Good day to you, Marie. Hope all is well at your end. We're having a fantastic day today. It's Wednesday, hump day. Sure, I don't like when I say this thing,
I understand why you sleep here.
Middle of the
I
week,
understand.
middle of the week kind
Yeah.
of day.
Yeah.
I feel it. I feel like the downhill. You're not supposed to touch 12 o'clock on a Wednesday. It's all downhill for me.
That's the weekend for some folks, living large. You start marking the weekend right there.
A lot of persons, particularly in tech companies, actually have like a 4-day work week and stuff like that. I see Cheryl Bass come Greenwich is on already, and I see
Yeah.
Michaela says I shared already too, and Facebook uses I just come and I already shared. So you see, these people understand the assignment. Move to the front of the class, all of
No
you
time to
lovely
lose.
sharers, love you, all of you. Come on, move
No
to the front
time
of the
to
class.
waste.
Yep,
Straight to
yep.
the front.
Yeah, but back to the tech people. Those tech companies shared actually have a 4-day work week. A lot of those companies, so that your staff isn't exhausted like that. I want to go. I want to go in tech. I want to be.
If you're big like Zuckerberg,
I want,
every day is the
I
weekend.
want to be a programmer. Come on. Like,
Every day is a damn weekend.
it's like those hackers, and so hacking is a big thing. Like these companies hire hackers and pay them like exorbitant costs just to bulletproof their systems, see if their security systems are up and running effectively and efficiently and all of those things. Sure, what's going on, man? Like you are add to these numbers. I hear that cough. Don't think I miss it.
Something I didn't drink.
Some drink.
Some,
Like you using them rare gold sugar.
something.
Oh, good Lord. I see our old front parts are going to South Ozone Park, Little Guyana there. So good luck out there, out and about, and a lot of celebration there in the diaspora after the midterms. That's a person of interest today, actually. AG Letitia James, New York. There she is. She looks a little bit of like Queen Latifah in some of these photos. I gotta ask them. There's some kind of relation there. I see Facebook. You said when you have God's blessing, no one can move you or touch you. Amen.
Right.
Amen to that. I see Joy. Pamela is on with us. Says good afternoon to my handsome son and beautiful daughter. You see when they come like Joy.
Thanks so much, Joy. Thank you, Joy. Thank you
When
so
you
much, Joy.
come through like Joy. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hmm.
Thanks, Mom. Thank
Share it.
you.
Facebook user shared. I heard that cough too. Hmm.
Apologies. Some of the grums you done
It's,
the drink.
it's the it's the rare goal. I told you, and I'm making it like it was made before.
The real drugs stuff.
Mm, the milligrams.
Yeah, yeah. Folks, good to have you here. A couple of things we want to share with you. Just in case you missed our morning program, we want to circle back to a couple of issues that we were covering. We want to circle back to them. Yeah, a couple of things we covering.
We did, and guys, you will see that even today for a person of interest, we were speaking significantly on this just this morning because it's absolutely important. Like
Yeah.
a trend, like a lot is trending. And Nepal earthquake being the first that we covered this morning, so that kills at least 6 villagers, rattles New Delhi. It's absolutely crazy, the natural disasters and as global warming, climate change and all those things takes effect. We're seeing a whole lot of changes, and especially when it comes to natural disasters, more the prevalence of natural disaster and so forth. So we always got to be very careful, and the conversation has to be very serious around this. It's not a joke. Climate change is not a joke. This is something that persons have been trying to talk about. There's a lot of leaders out there in the world that believe that they just do the most and just at the expense of the environment, and then our generations to come is left to deal with all of those devastations. We have to be more smart than that, if I can put it like that. Let's be smart. Let's make sure that we do our best to have a healthy environment to pass on to our children and grandchildren and great grandchildren. So let us be, let us be caring for the environment. We don't want all of these things, earthquake and so forth. All of these things have been around for quite some time, but like I'm saying, when it comes to global warming and climate change and all of those concepts, it's just the prevalence of these natural disasters seems to be more frequent now. I'm sure the data is going to substantiate what I'm saying right now. And then the big ones, re-elected Hakeem Jeffries and Lilith James, and we're going to be touching a lot on that as we move forward, specifically for this podcast.
Yeah, we're gonna circle back.
Yep, we can't just touch up this one. This is big ones.
That's the implications.
Mhm.
That's the implications.
Correct.
Watching that.
Traveling to the UK says Facebook user. I didn't miss that one. You open up this thing, these people going, they're going. Facebook use you gone. Facebook use got a handsome little paycheck coming in there. Already out and about, traveling to the UK. All right. So, and the other one that we're looking at there, as you see it there, the private sector commission chair calls for the expansion of the local content targets. And we did say, we're going to repeat it again, that is nice to see these people catching up because, Sher Duncan currently is on suspension because he was basically saying the same thing that these particular bills that was in the National Assembly back in December last, they were not proper, they were not put
Yeah,
together
yeah,
properly. And this local content bill that is now law according to the administration is one of such that we were debate protesting against because we wanted it to go to a select committee because we said just that it did not cover a lot of things. And here we have it, many, many months later. There comes a chair. Is it Paul? Is his name? Did I get it right? Paul. Yes. Now he's finally realized what we've been talking about. And I did want to mention at this point in time also that we have the head of GCCI also making the case when it comes to the local content law, and saying that their work needs to be done on that. But again, I'm going to say it's nice to see these persons catching up to what we've been saying in the first place, that they definitely need to have a lot of work done as it pertains to this. Right? Guys, I see you there in the comment section. I'm trying to follow comments as I speak. Even I see Marcel Williams is saying good day, everyone. It's my wonderful below the belt family, and it's nice to have you here with us, Marcel Williams, and I see Hazel
very
and
nice.
Yvonne Ramisar. Hey guys, good to have all of you here. Share, share, share. Be like the good folks. Be like the front benchers. Share, share, share. Deborah Clark. Hey Deborah, I miss you, girl. Don't think I'm missing you here. I miss you. I gotta come and check you out. Deborah joining us all the way from Barbados. Hardworking Guyanese over there. Very, very nice person. Thank you for joining us this midday. All right, and as you know, other things is trending. I see it's at a critical moment. GCOM chair found locked away. Myers and others says witnesses. We did listen. This particular matter, I think this is going to take on a life of its own, if I dare say as much. I think this is a dangerous slope that the administration seems to be heading down. And I don't know if they are willfully going in this direction or if it's just going to naturally go downhill in this direction. Because at no point in time could you bring these things to the front and expect persons not to have very, very full conversations about it and the involvement, particularly of the GCOM chair in the entire process. Because we hear all the conversation around Lowenfield and Myers, but then what about the chair? Like the chair was right there, so I don't think that they have fully wrapped their minds around how this conversation is going to move forward, because there's a lot of implications when you come to the chair. What was the role of the chair? What was the chair doing? The chair was obviously there
Chair
at the
alignment.
building in an office and all of those things.
The chair
What
that just
was
alignment.
what was the role of the chair actually? So I don't know if they actually thought it through. Here's the king is saying exactly, but these are things we definitely need to have the conversation around. It's just not okay. It's just not okay for you to completely ignore a key person like that at the helm of the
Correct, correct,
organization.
correct,
No ordinary person,
correct,
right?
correct, correct. A lot of stuff to get through today, folks. A lot of stuff. Judy, know you're talking about. Let's start on the big win in the U.S. and what transpired there. The Republicans, the Jacobats, they were hoping for a big win last evening. They were calling it a red wave.
Okay.
I saw one commentator who said the stream was dry last evening. This red wave didn't happen. This red wave didn't happen. The stream did dry, very, very dry. And we had Letitia James, the New York Attorney General,
Mm-hmm.
uh, a rising star, dare say, in the Democratic Party, a rising star, future bright, much like Hakeem Jeffries, won big last night, and they have their fates uh, interestingly enough, interwoven with ours as Guyanese because, they look over us, Sometimes you need a covering, you need cover. When you got some jagabats and chanchkrapos to deal with, and they've been speaking out on racial injustice, racial intolerance, and they're asking for a fair shake for all Guyanese. For all Guyanese. The big win last evening. Well, we have not heard from Hakeem Jeffries as yet, but we've heard the victory speech of Letitia James, and again, she is laser focused on the issues that need attention and that you need mitigation and resolution on. Right? She is laser focused on those issues. Folks joining us from around the world, Letitia James, the Attorney General out of New York, and her thoughts earlier today.
Still a lot of work that needs to be done. When illegal guns continue to flow into our cities, there's still work to be done. When something as simple as your zip code determines the future of your children, there is still work to be done. And when we have a criminal justice system that has yet to address the issue of mass incarceration and the criminalization of poverty and mental illness, there is so much work. And we must approach these issues, my friends, without fear mongering. Because with tonight's victory, we sent a message that New York is ready to meet whatever challenges lie ahead, Mama Dukes. We sent a message shot across the bow to the most powerful companies and people who believe that they're above the law, that they are not, and that this Attorney General will hold them accountable. We show them that justice is not a theoretical concept to be pursued, but a reality to be enforced. And so I will just end by telling all of you that in this election cycle, we showed this nation what New York voters are made of and what our government believes in. And I know it in my heart that however many challenges we face, we can be proud that it is our goal to stand as the beacon of light for generations of people who will inherit the fruits of our commitment to build a more perfect union. This election was a call to action for us to fulfill our jobs without fear and or without favor, and with a reinvigorated sense that all is possible if you believe that we are all in this together, indivisible, one nation under God, standing up for truth and standing up for justice. My name is Letitia James, and I will serve as your Attorney General for the next 4 years. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Home, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. When illegal guns.
Yep. And that's how it went. That's how it went down, folks. That's how it went down. That is how it went down. That's how it went down. Letitia James, the old and new Attorney General out of New York, is bare pocketeer in the back end. Bare pocketeer. Trina,
I was just monitoring the
I think
comment
I gotta hear that
section,
twice. Go
right?
right ahead.
Yeah, we do need to hear that twice. I think we should, but I was monitoring the comment. I saw Alison Richards said, "Good afternoon. I hear Freddie want to recount in Miss James' elections." So that about spells it out as what is going on at this end with those information as it comes in. Like phenomenal individual there, but of course, our self-professed best and greatest didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
hmm
How big was the win, Rita? I think you were the one with the numbers.
I think the
Love to
last
crunch,
count that I did
love to
see
crunch the
before,
numbers.
but the last numbers that I looked at actually was before the count ended, and that had her at 70.8%. That's what it had her at. 70.8% of the votes, So there was no chance for what's his name.
Wow. No chance of Freddie. Freddie said she would lose. Freddie said on today's what? On Monday,
Freddie says she will lose
she's
tomorrow.
gonna lose. She's gonna lose. Right?
Freddie's different.
Digging down deep into his political analysis,
You heard this man is a
Right.
lecturer at the university
Yeah,
again.
yeah,
Was I don't know if is he?
Yeah.
Listen, I remember. Listen, I was doing a paper on politics at UG, and when I was doing my masters, and the supervisor told, well, not the supervisor, the head of the entire program told me that since I'm doing a paper on politics, they have to look for a supervisor for me that deals with politics. And he's like, "Oh, we're gonna give you Freddie." And I said, "I will protest this university."
I can imagine you were so excited. You were so excited about
I
that.
said, "I will protest this university
Yeah.
if you do that."
Yeah. I heard you were invited on another show recently, and you turned it down because
What is that?
Freddie was part of that thing.
Oh no, I did get
Yeah,
oh, okay. Like I got an invitation from what was they said it it is it TBN, that's they refer to it as,
It's not
that's
a
their
religious
platform.
station.
It's not like Trinity Broadcasting Network,
Oh.
TBN, right? No, they were asking me to come and appear on their program, so I politely said that thank you for your invitation, however I do not associate with any program that is aligned to these individuals, and I named two particular individuals. Sharon is laughing. Listen, teach is the one, right? But for me, I don't see myself participating in any programming that includes Freddie Kissoon, nor what's the other one's name? I can't remember his correct name. What's his correct name?
Michaela.
Yeah, something wrong that. Something I'm wrong. I can't remember the correct name. I'm not even.
I think christening. That's what we say.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna do that. So politely, just I don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm good here talking to you, good folks. Listen, you know my opinion on every matter. I don't think there's any matter that they ever discuss that I haven't shared my opinion on. We all know the current issues in the country, and we share opinions. People choose to share it however they want, and I am definitely not going to be condoning or giving any pluses to any platform that just basically just ridiculous as far as I'm concerned.
Cuss it down tomorrow.
No, I'm not about that.
Nice up tonight and abuse it down tomorrow.
Mm.
Yeah. That's how they are. That's how they understand.
I see Albert Morgan is watching us. Hey, Albert, I'm glad to see you in the house right now. You guys are wonderful. Everyone is still saying congratulations to Miss James.
I want to hear that again. Her accent. We haven't heard one from Akim Jeffries as yet. No doubt it's going to happen during the course of the day. But we heard from Miss James, the Attorney General of New York, who recently spoke about the allegations of racial injustice and intolerance in this country.
She said allegations, but we know the reality.
Yeah,
we know it's the reality here.
We do. Here's Miss James early on today.
Continue to flow into our cities. There's still work to be done. When something as simple as your zip code determines the future of your children, there is still work to be done. And when we have a criminal justice system that has yet to address the issue of mass incarceration and the criminalization of poverty and mental illness, there is so much work to be done. And we must approach these issues, my friends, without fear mongering. Because with tonight's victory, we sent a message that New York is ready to meet whatever challenges lie ahead, Mama Dukes. We sent a message shot across the bow to the most powerful companies and people who believe that they're above the law, that they are not, and that this Attorney General will hold them accountable. We showed them that justice is not a theoretical concept to be pursued, but a reality to be enforced. And so I will just end by telling all of you that in this election cycle, we showed this nation what New York voters are made of and what our government believes in. And I know it in my heart that however many challenges we face, we can be proud that it is our goal to stand as the beacon of light for generations of people who will inherit the fruits of our commitment to build a more perfect union. This election was a call to action for us to fulfill our jobs without fear and or without favor, and with a reinvigorated sense that all is possible if you believe that we are all in this together, indivisible, one nation under God, standing up for truth and standing up for justice. My name is Letitia James, and I will serve as your Attorney General for the next 4 years. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yep. Welcome back, folks. Welcome back. Eric Williams, we see you there. Michaela Andrews Coates, we see you. Randall Lane is on the live as well. Randall Lane is on the live. Really, really happy to have all the folks joining us.
Freddie didn't see it coming.
Didn't see it.
Freddie said she will not win. He did not see it coming, you know. I see Hazel Johnson has sent Donald Trump worse a nightmare. Like, he has a lot of nightmares. Like, I don't know. I don't know where to begin or where to end with the amount of nightmares that he has. Like, I can't see myself like I don't even, first of all, I don't even live in the US, but the US, the world is so integrated, and particularly with the relations between the US and other parts of the world, that whomever is the president of the US inevitably has an impact on other countries, and Guyana not being any exception to that. So like, I don't know, like, I can't see myself having to deal with all of that Trump comes with. Once again, I don't want to deal with it. Like, goodness, it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. I think that's where politics started to go downhill, really. Like, after that representation at the level of no other country, when you saw the US president making certain statements and speaking in a certain way, then everybody decided that if they could be president of the US, then anybody could be president anywhere else, you know. So, and then it went south, you know. I blame the US for this, for what we have here in Guyana right now.
Yeah.
You know,
I do too. I do too.
I blame Trump. Because Irfan probably was watching and say, if he could be president of the United States, I could be president in Guyana.
Yeah.
You know?
It raised the hopes of
So when
degenerates everywhere.
so when Trump was out saying, grab them by the you know what, and
Yeah, the
then
testicular fortitude.
you know, right? Then we have Irfan, we
Yeah.
take it to the back of back.
Yeah, he's this right. It was a
So-
betrayal of this country.
You know, so
It's a betrayal of this country.
Oh.
Folks, let me tell you up front, we're going to have Burke this evening. We're going to have Rickford Burke join us tonight.
Rickford
Yeah.
on party.
Yeah.
You catching
we
Rickford?
couldn't get him on the live now because he's partying.
Oh goodness,
We
Rickford is
couldn't
on
get
party.
Rickford on the live now because he's partying. We couldn't get him.
I know Rickford contributed a whole lot
Yes,
to
bringing home this
these
victory.
wins. Yes, and he definitely need to. We definitely need to say kudos for the work that he has done, and he continues to do. You know, one of the things that Letitia James did say when she addressed that gathering there of Guyanese just recently, she said that Rickford has them in a group, and he would post something, and if they don't respond, he would say, why didn't you respond, you know, Akeem, why didn't you respond, Yvette, and she was going on this, and then and it shows a lot of dedication towards that cause, and the amount of effort that he puts into making sure that that the officials there in the US are actually very much in tune with what is going on here in Guyana. So those representations are absolutely necessary for him to continue to make. So we're very, very thankful for all the work that he has been doing. So big up, Rickford. Big up yourself.
Yep.
Gotta say that.
Such an inspiring figure Letitia James has become to so many people because of the very person she is, and she is who she says she is. And when you see
Correct.
there, they tell us,
Yeah.
Rickford tell us, this is the kind of person. What you see is what you get. You ain't getting too much, fluff and things. It's a real deal. You know, politicians sometimes got a lot of fluff. Fluff and bluff,
We have an AG too,
right? Fluff. You bring down the conversation now. You can bring down, you generate the conversation quickly.
that brings the what is it? Administration? Is it the administration of justice?
Yes,
It's a
distribute. Quick,
district.
quick, quick. We have to wait long. Quick, quick, quick,
And
Margaret Nelson.
we have an AG.
Quick, quick, quick.
They got the lawyers in front of Suku protesting.
Yeah, yeah. Unprecedented.
Oh,
Unprecedented. You can't put them together.
good Lord.
You can't put them together. New York City got more people than this country.
Mm.
You can't put them together.
Everywhere.
Right?
Broke
Them boys are struggling to give leadership to 400,000 people. Struggling. Right? In some countries, this is a constituency.
You sure?
It's a
We
yes,
making
you
it?
saw some of the numbers of those elections?
I did.
700,000 people voted and so on. And you get back the result the next day. Right? And now them boys still counting SOPs at that.
Brooklyn alone has
No.
2.5 million persons.
Yeah.
Brooklyn alone.
No. Vishnu Prasad is still reading out SOPs. You know. No.
Queens have 2.27 million
That's what I'm telling you.
persons. Like, oh my goodness.
That's what I'm telling you. It's real people.
Oh, good Lord.
Real
It's
people.
different. And New York in total has 8.4 million persons.
Yeah. Yeah.
The last census we had, 10 years ago says it's 750. I'll take no.
It's still that. Just say born in 750. We can go one person above, one person below.
Oh, good
And
Lord.
we still
We're
counting we.
different. We counting
We
we.
still counting we.
We counting we and everybody else apparently. So
We still counting we. Voters, let's get more people than
we
the
had to
country.
define we.
And
We.
them boys
Who
ain't got
is
problem
we?
with that.
Mm.
No trouble with that. Voters list more than people in the country.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good, man. All right. Nothing
That's
to worry
true.
about. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see here. That's what they're telling us. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
The guy's different. The
Move
guy's
along,
different.
move along, move along. Yep, yep.
You know when they're not gonna release the census data until after the local government election that they're so planning, right? They don't want these numbers out. But guess it's gonna be out. And we're gonna be breaking it out. Breaking it down for you. I see Albert Morgan say good afternoon. The PPP top brass are having cold sweat with the return to office of the Attorney General there in the US. They're having cold sweat.
Yeah, yeah. I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I haven't seen them for the morning. They're probably in a huddle somewhere.
The woman said someone will be held accountable
Y'all do
if
foolishness.
anything happens to anyone.
Y'all do foolishness.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Sherrod.
Y'all do foolishness.
Them boys in like here, they, you know.
No. I could imagine them, kind of paste to their televisions last
I
night.
could imagine them saying, I thought, yeah, pull back the plan on Ricky.
Yeah.
Work.
Yeah.
Pull back the mission.
Pull back. Abort. 10-4, come in. Abort.
Abort mission.
Operation Wind Seal, abort. Operation Wind Seal, abort. Mission over. Abort. Yep, yeah. That's how it's going, folks. We're so happy we've had you guys here with us.
Mayborn King asking a very important question.
Tell us, Mayborn.
Where's the man with the blow from Liberty Avenue?
Right,
How much oil money he give away?
Mama's packing the bags right now. Looking for the next flight out.
I think it was one of our viewers actually told me when he was there. One of the viewers say, somebody just needed to pass by the corner and say, immigration coming, and say, how fast
Things
how
will
fast
change
he's
real
gonna
fast.
pack up and leave. He's gonna disappear. But I don't know. That was just a side joke. Come on, guys. Don't take me too serious.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Lots happening, folks.
I just want to repeat this here, Shara, just as a sidebar, because I know as I scroll social media, I'm seeing everyone just continuing to pour out all their love and support and congratulations to Dr. Shivnarayan Chandapal there for being placed there in the Hall of Fames of the ICC, and I just have to say on this program also that we're tremendously proud of all the work that he's been doing. A phenomenal individual, humble, measured, patient, and all of those kind words are being used to describe him throughout. So congratulations to Shivnarine Chandapal, very, very phenomenal individual, has been flying our flag high. We're so proud of him, super, super proud of him.
Yep. We hear you.
Yep. Mm-mm-mm.
We hear you.
I keep watching on this. I keep watching on the photo of the re-elected AG there. And I'm thinking to myself, what's going through her head at this point in time? Like what the big leagues, I'm sure, is in full view there. And I know that all the persons that have been supporting her and continues to support her, you got to give that push, that extra push that says, hey, you can do it. You got to make it even bigger than you already making right now. So I look forward to all the good things coming from her. And I have to say, we will look forward to the continued support and bringing awareness to what challenges we're facing right here in Guyana. And this morning, I pointed out one of those, when it comes to discrimination, and the fact that you were seeing there being headline in the Chronicle that charity squatters will be given land title. And then we cannot help but reflect on how the squatters in Region 10 were treated, the inhumane treatment that even person, I think there was a bit of statement coming out from the human rights group on that matter, if I'm not mistaken. So we see the two different ends of the spectrum when it comes to the way in which the PPP administration handles things. So to note that Letitia James did make comments statement. She said that persons of African descent should not be treated as second-class citizens, and all of those. We understood, because it's something that is felt. It's something that we see every single day. And that policy, that bit of headline there, just reminded us of how divided our country is, and that the administration only intends to put forward policy measures to further divide us as a people, while touting one Guyana through sloganeering. So I just had to remind you folks of that.
And we're grateful. We're circling back as you run that, Rita. We are circling back to, again, what's been transpiring out of this COI, the Presidential Commission of Inquiry, because we saw Josh Kanai, Dr. Josh Kanai, on the stand yesterday in the witness box, and he seemed different from this very exuberant, energetic person we were introduced to a couple of years ago, when he was talking about their intrusion, as it were, on GCOM. He seemed quite a different individual. He seemed transfigured. I think that's the word I'm looking for. He seemed transfigured. Folks, this is Josh Kanai and Kian Jabor from Anug, recounting their feats during the course of those protracted elections and their part in our own January 6th here, and their conduct while being at GCOM Hatfield Street location. Josh Kanai and I have also Kian Jabor. Take a look and take a listen.
Tell me exactly what happened the night that you got into that room with Miss Claudette Singh. Just tell us. Here you go. He'll give you guys an update of all that drama that occurred that everybody was all up in arms about.
It's a very famous story, and we got it out there. Basically, what happened that night is that got pushed in, went in the door, and pushed in the other door. It was a room within a room. Pushed in that door, and I saw Miss Claudette Singh there. She had about 15 to 25 persons in there with her, some in plain clothes and some in their police uniform. And she was standing at the back. She was looking very frail. She was looking very weak. The room was very, very hot. Yeah. I could tell because that room was packed. So she was just there with all these people. I don't know why.
So you got into the first door, and then you were going into the second door. And when you got into the second door, which was unlocked.
It was unlocked.
So you just opened the second door. She was just standing in there in a small room with 15 police.
Well, some 15 to 25 persons. Some plain clothes, and some with their police uniform.
Okay, and when you got into the room and you saw her just standing there in a hot room, what happened?
Dude, she looked like she was gonna pass out, right?
Like out of fear, or like why was she gonna pass out?
She was just looking very frail. The night before, I could tell as well. She came down. She was looking sick
This is the second. Sorry, guys. Just so you know, what he's talking about right now is the second night.
Second night
before we went into the room, before all the ruckus happened.
Right. She came
So
down.
she came down. Yeah.
And she was looking sick at that point in time as well. But let's not push anything or call anything on her. But that night she was looking very flustered, I should say, frustrated, flustered. You could see it in
Yeah.
her face. It was just down.
And then,
gloomy.
all right. And then you ended up getting locked into the same room, or what happened?
No, I was not in that room. That room had
So they got you out of
all the
that
police
room.
just out of that room.
So you never actually spoke to her.
Didn't get to speak to her. But
Okay.
one of the guys from one of the observer mission,
Yeah.
they came in, rushed in. He had his phone on video. He got a video with her speaking some stuff. By
then-
that time, everything was going haywire,
Yeah.
right? Because they were really, really astonished that we came into that room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
we even got there. So by the time the Amcham guy came, he got the video there.
Yeah.
Everyone was just busy talking and trying to ramble. That's when we all got thrown up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So at that point in
And-
time, we were just like, oh shit.
So what were you arrested for?
Well, on certain bases like obstruction of justice and damage to property. Property was already damaged, I should say,
Yeah.
because locks were removed.
But-
the entire lock system was removed, I should say.
And it was all cleared after that. Like you guys had no problem. I mean, you got out that night,
Yeah, we got out that night.
and nothing has come of it since.
Nothing followed up since.
Nothing followed up since. Nobody has come and spoken to you about it. No police. No. You don't have to appear in court or anything.
No.
Yep. So the PP and their agents stormed the GCOM and begin bringing footage of that to you in a subsequent broadcast. Storm GCOM, and you hear Josh Kanai. Locks were removed. Damage to property.
Is the straightness of well, the humor rather that he says it with when he says like when they got into the room, they were like 15 to 20 persons, some in plain clothes and some in uniform, just suggesting that the persons there were police officers, and that Claudia Singh was standing behind them, and who would wonder why? A mob is storming the place, kicking down doors, storming the place.
Yeah.
And then it's so funny to them. It's
Yeah.
so funny, you
Yeah.
know.
quite interesting.
Why did they even want to get to this part for us to actually to bring these things back, to show people again, to remind persons of what actually transpired there? They didn't look at it totally, That's why your boy Jags didn't really want this thing.
Yep. I think we need another listen to that. Interesting. I think we need to hear that again.
Tell me exactly what happened the night that you got into that room with Miss Claudette Singh. Just tell us. Here you go. He'll give you guys an update of all that drama that occurred that everybody was all up in arms
It's
about.
a very famous story, and we got it out there. Basically, what happened that night is that got pushed in, went in the door, and pushed in the other door. It was a room within a room. Pushed in that door, and I saw Miss Claudette Singh there. She had about 15 to 25 persons in there with her, some in plain clothes and some in their police uniform. And she was standing at the back. She was looking very frail. She was looking very weak. The room was very, very hot.
Yeah.
I could tell because that room was packed. So she was just there with all these people. I don't know why.
So you got into the first door, and then you were going into the second door. And when you got into the second door, which was unlocked,
It was unlocked.
so you just opened the second door. She was just standing in there in a small room with 15 police.
well,
some
15 to 25 persons. Some plain clothes,
And-
some with their police uniform.
Okay, and when you got into the room and you saw her just standing there in a hot room, what happened?
It looked like it was gonna pass out.
What, fear or I was she gonna pass out?
She was just looking very frail. The night
Okay.
before, I could tell as well. She came down. She was looking sick.
This is the second. Sorry, guys. Just so you know, what he's talking about right now is the second night before we went into the room, before all the ruckus happened.
Right. She came
So
down.
she came down. Yeah.
And she was looking sick at that point in time as well. But let's not push anything or call anything on her. But that night she was looking very flustered, I should say, frustrated, flustered. You could see it in
Yeah.
her face. It was just down.
And then,
gloomy.
all right. And then you ended up getting locked into the same room, or what happened?
No, I was not in that room. That room had
So they got you out of
all the
that
police
room.
just out of that room.
Oh, so you never actually spoke to her?
Didn't get to speak to her, but
Okay.
one of the guys from one of the observer mission,
Yeah.
they came in, rushed in. He had his phone on video. He got a video with her speaking some stuff. By that time, everything was going haywire,
Yeah.
right? Because they were really, really astonished that we came into that room.
Yeah, yeah,
When
yeah.
we even got there. So by the time the AmCham guy came, he got the video there.
Yeah.
Everyone was just busy talking and trying to ramble. That's when we all got thrown up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. So at that point in time, we were just like, oh shit.
So what were you arrested for?
Well, on certain bases like obstruction of justice and damage to property. Property was already damaged, I should say,
Yeah.
because locks were removed.
But
the entire lock system was removed, I should say.
And it was all cleared after that. Like you guys had no problem. I mean, you got out that night.
Yeah, we got out that night.
And nothing has come of it since.
Nothing followed up since.
Nothing followed up since. Nobody has come and spoken to you about it. No police. No, you don't have to appear.
What I'm startled by, is on GCOM, and people could be laughing now. This is our January 6th, They had the same thing on Capitol Hill. This is PPP and their agents. You had this kind of incursion, this kind of assault on GCOM, and nothing has ever become of it. The other thing that I'm startled by, again, we were talking this morning, Drida, and here is Shuman, who seems very surprised that there's a copy in GCOM and people are actually using it. It's suspicious that people in GCOM, as secretarial staff, will be using a copier. What could they be copying?
That they put there.
It's a conspiracy. An IT technician has a flash drive, and this is not the CIA. This is not what you call information harvesters and contractors and so on. This is an IT technician with a flash drive, and there's a big suspicion. Now, it's a big suspicion, as you hear Josh Kanai and Kian Jabur discussing here, that the chairman of GCOM is in a room with people. They must be up to something, and there are policemen there, and some are in plain clothes. How do you know the people in plain clothes are policemen? Only God knows. But some are in plain clothes. I mean, this is the commissioner of GCOM. This is the chairman of GCOM, right? They must be up to something. You see, they're in a room, right? And then when we saw the other IT technician, you know the fella, in the parking lot and privately speaking to PPP folks, there's nothing.
He wasn't the one that removed the entire hards, right?
The entire server.
It was
right?
server.
That's what I'm telling you about, Rita. In one instance, the people vex a flash drive.
Yeah,
But a
they missed
man
the
catch
server.
out the whole server. Nobody got time with that. You see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Now, this is the incursion on GCOM. This is with January 6th. In progress, we're about to show you. This is the incursion on GCOM. We own January 6th. Right? We own January 6th. Take a look, folks. Take a listen. This is only part of it.
This is footage of PPP storm in GCOM, putting the lives of police officers and government officials in danger. Guyana reporters of the opinion that if this act was done by the APNU, they would have been labeled as thugs, criminals, the N-word. But because this dangerous riot was done by the PPP, they call it democracy fighters. But the Guyana reporter must point out that there's nothing democratic about storming a government building, putting the lives of police officers and government officials in danger. This riot happened on March 7th, but what's equally as troubling is that some members of the international community were present. The footage began with members violently pushing their way past officers.
Oh, sorry. This is unacceptable.
Yep, folks. That's our own January 6th. That is our own January 6th. I wonder when the commission gonna ask about this.
I want to know if these footage were placed into evidence at the level of the COI. You know, they're placing things into evidence. I think we need to like write them and
If you
send
look
some
at that
evidence
video,
officially.
Judah, and you pinpoint faces, everybody they got a brown bag. The biggest is an air finale. The biggest brown bag.
I see Charles Ramson.
Yeah. Kanji Boer is there too.
One of the persons that I think I see there is Robeson Ben. And
Robeson Ben is there.
At that point in time, I want to point out, at that point in time, he was no less than a commissioner. A GCOM commissioner. Right? So it's not as though they're not getting access to information when it comes to that. You understand? It's like they can't access the commission or what is the commission saying. You have one of the GCOM commissioners.
I see also in that video, minister within the Ministry of Public Works.
Your friend Sharon.
Yeah, he's there too. He's there too. There's not my friend. Me ain't got no friends in PPP. Sad to see. Pack of jagabats.
You know,
that's our January 6th right there.
You know, you look at it and you wonder why. How is it that this is not coming out at the level of the COI? You know, how is it that none of that? How do you have persons like what's his name, the doctor there,
Josh
Kanai, go sit and make statement, and you don't get to that part of it. You know, how isn't it this not coming out? And that's why we're here. That's why we have to make sure that we bring the information, the honest, unfiltered information to you. That is what went on.
Credible, valid information. Not some foolishness, a kangaroo COI. You see? No kangaroo COI. Credible.
The man said
COI.
The locks were removed.
Yeah. As though it was nothing.
And then Shuma wonder why the woman looked fearful.
Yeah. When you see that mob coming at you, you should have smiling with your hands, you know, open wide to receive them.
Yeah, but another thing I want to remind folks again is that APNU AFC, Sharon, APNU AFC was neither kicking down the door, nor were they inside of the room. No element there was APNU AFC. None.
Yeah, that's the mob.
That's the mob.
The PPP mob. I want to put Claude on the stand.
Me too. They must.
I want to put Claude on the stand and drill down in Claude.
She needs to provide a lot of answers, I think, at the very least, as to, as the chairman of GCOM, you know, what was she doing at these critical moments? What was she doing? Where was she? But you know, your boy, like, he already know the answer to that.
Yep. That's how it's going to go down, folks. That's how it's going to go down. And, you know, we're going to leave you with our person of interest for today, the AG of New York, Letitia James. We conclude our broadcast for today. You know them boys on edge. having meetings all day. Things don't turn out how they wanted to. You think it's go your way all the time?
Tisha got them bad.
Don't go your way all the time. Pace and power. Right?
She got them
The
bad.
Attorney General of New York, folks, as we let you go until this evening, the Attorney General of New York. Yep. Earlier today.
Home, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. When illegal guns continue to flow into our cities, there's still work to be done. When something as simple as your zip code determines the future of your children, there is still work to be done. And when we have a criminal justice system that has yet to address the issue of mass incarceration and the criminalization of poverty and mental illness, there is so much work to be done. And we must approach these issues, my friends, without fear mongering. Because with tonight's victory, we sent a message that New York is ready to meet whatever challenges lie ahead, Mama Dukes. We sent a message shot across the bow to the most powerful companies and people who believe that they're above the law, that they are not, and that this Attorney General will hold them accountable. We showed them that justice is not a theoretical concept to be pursued, but a reality to be enforced. And so I will just end by telling all of you that in this election cycle, we showed this nation what New York voters are made of and what our government believes in. And I know it in my heart that however many challenges we face, we can be proud that it is our goal to stand as the beacon of light for generations of people who will inherit the fruits of our commitment to build a more perfect union. This election was a call to action for us to fulfill our jobs without fear and or without favor, and with a reinvigorated sense that all is possible if you believe that we are all in this together, indivisible, one nation under God, standing up for truth and standing up for justice. My name is Letitia James, and I will serve as your Attorney General for the next 4 years. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And thank you guys for joining us today on our international podcast, Below the Belt. We couldn't have done it without you. And Seymour George, Yvonne Ramasar, Yanet, and Smith Undon. Good to see you, Yanet. Good to have each and every one of you folks here with us, without exception. Marcel Williams, good to see you as well. And Sharon Mercurius. Derek McCalman, great to see you. Great to see you, Derek. Good to see you, Yvonne, and all the other guys who are joining us. Have a fantastic rest of the afternoon. Go ahead and be great. We're going to see you guys right back here this evening. We encourage you folks. Believe it or not, it's the anniversary month. We got to keep things going. You guys have been so instrumental for us being here for 2 years, folks. 2 years. It all started 2 years ago on a November like this. Thanks to you. And we're still out here, folks. 2 years later, 24 months later, 17 programs per week, 60 something per month. And then we got 800 and something per year. We've done 1,600 programs in 2 years. Believe it or not, folks, believe it or not. We're still out here. And so we encourage you to continue to support us. We welcome your support. We welcome your generosity as well. And guys, you know we're available via Cash App and Zelle and PayPal. MMG, MoneyGram, and Western Union, 627-6963 is the number you want to call if you need any guidance, you need any information. 627-6963. Each donation goes towards building out these programs, folks. Thank you for your continued support, your love, and your generosity. Thank you so much. And Rita has the last word today.
I am going to say that it has been a great honor of mine to be alongside you for this time. as you have been doing this work, I have to say that so many times I believe that we need to do much more for, Sherrod Duncan as a person.
Stop it.
Sometimes I don't think for instance, I don't think we really understand the amount of work that goes into planning and executing these programs that you do every single day. And we're tremendously thankful for all that you do. I'll continue to be here to work alongside you with the programs, and I encourage persons to do their part also in making sure that you have the necessary resources to continue the work, good work that you've been doing. So that's my final word. Thank you so much, Mr. Duncan, for everything that you do.
Amen, sister. Amen. But for the grace of God, go away. Thank you, folks, for your love and support and your generosity. Thank you so much. That's it for us today, guys. That's it for us.